Hello, hello, hello. I am developer Doge, and I am a dog on the internet, a computer scientist, and aspiring indie game developer. Come spend some time with me while we break down, play, and really figure out how games work and what make them tick. And today, we'll be covering the LibGDX Game Jam 18 of September 2021. LibGDX has been around for over 7 years, and while the various community figures that are, will be, and have been around all deserve pages of content and videos of their own, we can settle right here with this announcement from the LibGDX Discord server. We see that Peanut Panda teases the upcoming LibGDX Game Jam with a teaser created by none other than Raeleus Ray3K Zebra Buckley. A phenomenal contribution to the community. However, it was not created using in-game LibGDX. Mr. Zebra really ups his technical game every single jam. Another cool thing that he does every single jam are these intro graphics.
Achieve with Ray3K.
And for my next act, I, the magnificent D, will saw my beautiful partner in half.
Wait, something's wrong. Stop! Ah!
LibGDX. Hey, look at this loser X.
Ray3K.
LibGDX's community game jams are themed. Before the jam officially begins, everybody is free to submit themes, which will then be voted on. But it wouldn't be complete without disagreement. You see, after the theme submission was done, the theme list was provided for people to vote on. But unlike previous jams, there was a certain lack of themes. Further investigation and complaining revealed that the process that was chosen by volunteer staff was as follows. We randomized the submitted themes until we had 10, and the jam staff added a few to those 10. We all see the same set of themes to vote. You see, in previous jams, it was just a massive list of themes. What would happen then is maybe after about 2 mouse wheels full of themes, people tend to get tired of voting, and thus voting is distributed unevenly over themes. Furthermore, it seems that people really want to vote for themes such as Zebra Dating Simulator and Balls. Those 2 themes seem to show up a lot. Finally, the week of the jam arrived. but with one more secret. James, a member of the server who has participated in several game jams beforehand, announced that he is working in a group. When asked who his partner is, however, it appears to be a secret. That same day, James's high score server is hit with a request that adds swag to the leaderboard. And perhaps this is a good time to ask you, yes, you, the viewer, please smash that like, subscribe, and let me know if adding swag to this particular leaderboard is something that you want to hear about. The theme comes out, and the server is live with a rush of excitement. ZeroGravity. One thing that I like to do sometimes is poke around other developers' profiles for ideas and inspirations and see if there's any gems hiding anywhere. In this particular game here, Momentum Galaxy, published by VBells and Tichidichi, it's interesting because I've never read either of those words before in that order, and I don't think I've ever seen them before on Discord. We can see on VBell's profile that he's actually made this other cool game here, probably for a jam, called Defense of the Plot. Super cool. He's even open sourced it. I'm trying to figure out if I can hit the watermelon that's incoming with my projectile, but it doesn't seem that's the case. It seemed I really had to just click faster. I'm just getting absolutely railed. This is a really totally random find. I just came across this person's profile, and this is just a really cool thing to find. You can even see that they've open sourced it. It was made using Corge, a Kotlin project, I believe. And now onto their actual game, Momentum Galaxy. Momentum Galaxy. It seems to be a real-time puzzle game. There's no movement controls, but you control it using these gravity fields that you click on. This is a very difficult first level. I think what an interesting thing to oh, I love that they're introducing mechanics like this. I think they could have added one more introduction level, one without the starting monster and one with the starting monster. I'm not gonna lie, this seems like quite a doozy for the third level. As you can see, I'm just figuring out the mechanics, seeing what combination of things will work, how the character moves with them, and I just got bounced into spikes. Bounced into spikes. This is gonna be a recurring theme. My game jam is also a puzzle game. I'm actually very interested to keep playing this. Finally, I figure out some techniques, and I got it. Introducing another mechanic, awesome black holes. More fun levels. This is a really fun level too. That was awesome. Introducing more mechanics, every single level a new mechanic. Awesome. It's almost like a tutorial every single level so far. This is great. Puzzle games, I think, should be like this. This is a great amount of hand holding. I commented earlier that you could have had less hand holding, but I mean, sorry, I commented earlier that you could have had more hand holding with introducing the enemy. I think the enemy is the only thing that didn't get explicitly introduced, but that's okay. I don't think I knew at this point that the black holes actually kill you if you touch them. Every single level, this level's called Bounce. That's awesome. I love giving levels titles. I think adds so much more personality to it. It's easier to call the levels by their names than level 8 or level 9 or level 10. Oh yeah, this is a fun one. And after all this time, I'm looking, oh yeah, I'm not gonna get it. This is fantastic. This is the first level I found out that you could die to the black holes. And so I'm looking at this is you might think it would be frustrating to die many times over and over, but figuring out that puzzle right there, like that whole puzzle, it is a speed puzzle in a way, but that was really fun. That was an excellent challenge, just an excellent change up from the normal mechanics of the game, which is figuring out the long pathways, just calculating the gravity, figuring out that the level is designed that there's more push if you activate all of them. This is another interesting level. Very aesthetic. Very aesthetic more than practical, because it's not like you have to hit both switches. You just have to hit whichever switch. The level's asymmetrical with the one black hole at the top. And you can just see me play through it. I'm not gonna lie, this game is this has been a lot of fun so far. I just get stuck. This isn't even frustrating or anything. I think this is fun. Well, I don't know if angled curves would actually change anything. Maybe you could put angled curves on those squares, but a little bit of jank, but I'm not giving up on this. I'm getting in that portal. Slow life, patience, press R to restart. Do you think that this is the first level that I had to find that out on? Mr. V-Bells and Dichi? You think that I didn't know that R is restart by this level? You think I played perfectly all the way up until this point, and now is the time that I needed this restart hint? Super cheers though. This is an awesome level. I just kept smacking the top of that many times. I try to fix it here. This isn't even, once again, this is not frustrating. This is fun. Open the gates. This is the first level that is very designed in a very puzzle oriented way. I feel that every single thing here has a purpose, and the buttons are laid out in a specific way for a reason. The reason I thought that, not because I died there. The reason I thought that was because this is what I did. I figured this out. And by having none of the buttons on, you get pulled towards the black hole, which will allow you almost perfectly to hit that button. This one is a very difficult level. In my puzzle game, if it relied on speed and precision, I kind of just referred to it differently than the levels that were straight puzzles. This level is totally more of a precision level. And then after all that practice, look what we can finally do. Angle ourselves perfectly and professionally to this portal. This is another fantastic level. Hell yeah. This was so much fun. This was so cool. This was incredibly innovative. This was absolutely so awesome to have a level that's a byproduct of the physics. And it's another one in the same of the exact same type. I totally love it. I totally dig it. This was so cool. The trick is to just bounce. All the black holes keep you in like almost perfect equilibrium. So by almost using that bottom portal as a swing to gain more and more velocity in a direction and swing back in the other direction, gain all the acceleration down that way and backing up, and that's just fantastic. It's so much fun. This is another cool level. I see instantly. I'm so glad that there's something like that. This isn't my favorite level, but this is I love everything original about it. Especially the portal, the button touches as soon as you go off screen. I got like a whole bunch of button touches in a row. It made a fun sound. Cool level, very fun. At this point, I'm honestly wondering how many levels are left. This ended up being extremely difficult. After tons and tons of restarts, I finally figured out a pattern to get this level done. I gotta admit that level was a little frustrating. It's very mechanically demanding rather than a puzzle. It's kind of just like working it out attempt by attempt, remembering what didn't work, what did work. While it's very difficult, it's very fun. I like the more straightforward puzzles that don't rely on the timings. The timings is just what's very difficult in this kind of puzzle game. It's a very interesting mechanic, but as fun as it is to direct it, I enjoy the puzzles more. This kind of a puzzle was cool, like the whole bridge room. Same idea without, it's awesome, very fun. And this, I genuinely got stuck on this for about 10 minutes until I just posted it. I called it a day. I posted a comment, and a few days later, this is what Mr. V-Bells and GravityGame came back to me with. Thank you so much, Mr. V-Bells and GravityGame for Momentum Gravity. Next up that we're going to play, no particular order, Gravity Plane by James. absolutely love everybody that puts out web builds. And oh, this just starts instantly. I've actually played this before. Unfortunately, there's so much good stuff going on here. If you can see the individual people in the plane, I'm pretty sure it's all simulated by Box 2D. If you see the zebra in the front, that's the same person who makes fantastic graphics, and you can see he's flying the LibGDX plane into the ocean. I love that I can just accelerate upwards. Oh. The circles are trying to kill you. They're just sending you closer and closer. They just wow. And we're dead. We're actually permanently dead. What a jam entry, wow. Well done. That's somewhat, this is the kind of entry that I expect for like a jam. You know, you have like a week. Honestly, the kind of like creativity that you can accomplish by knowing how to code rather than spending a lot of time coding is just amazing. That's just a fantastic use of creativity. Great job, great James, Gravity Plane, Java Cake Games. Thank you so much. Also, the screaming and the yelling, the audio is just absolutely fantastic. It's perfectly balanced. It adds so much. If you don't think that sound effects add a lot to your game, just consider that. Consider what it really was, what the game really was. Next up, Drunk Space Pilot by James TK. That was cool. I believe that's the assigned Easter egg. I don't know too much about it. I'll listen to this.
Our pilot got drunk again. He's got problems. Help guide him through the asteroid belt by plotting a safe course to our ship. We are all depending on you, so do not mess up.
In terms of gameplay, it's also 100% on par with what a jam game really should be. That's just a fantastic job.
Oh yeah.
The sounds are just so good. I'm just gonna play more for you guys.
Well, it's a good day to die. Ah, pathetic. Tell my wife and kids I love them. Pathetic. Tell my wife and kids I love them. Time to turn up the heat. Turn up the heat. Hold me closer, Ed. It's getting dark. Hey, boy, I could do this with my eyes closed. Hold me closer, Ed. It's getting dark. Hey, boy, I could do this with my eyes closed. Hold me closer, Ed. It's getting dark. Hey, boy, I could do this with my eyes closed.
And for James DK, if you watch this, I actually managed to do this. I think I pressed a button. Altogether, very fun though. Don't even worry about this at all. This is typical for like just the jam entry. This is cooler to find that I was able to do something like this. That I was able to cause something like this. We're gonna play ZeroG Duel by 64 Kilobyte Studio. Before we begin, I'm going to show you this comment that I left here before, and now I'm going to show you the gameplay. This is awesome. This is fantastic. Imagine playing this 20 years ago in an arcade machine. And right off the bat, if you guys think I made that comment up, please. It's not fair. Look at how fast he shoots. I literally can't press the button that quick enough. And I can't outmaneuver him either because it's a homing bot. There's some mechanics we can use. You can see I'm kind of feathering way just out of his distance, still trying to hit him. But he just shoots too fast. I don't understand how to win. I looked at the comments. Somebody else actually beat this. Somebody beat this on their 5th try. Please, if you beat this, please record it and show me. You have to tell me what strat you used to beat. See, I got him like a 3rd down and I already lost on my life. I don't know. This is an excellent challenge. The graphics are great. This is really fun. This just is not balanced. Especially the fire rate. I don't mind the cheating. The fire rate just is not cool. Finally, I played this. This is again after the update, and you can see I replied to Mr. 64KB Studio. Mr. 64KB Studio, thanks so much for making the game. It was an absolute pleasure playing. Next up, we're gonna play Shipania GDX Jam game. You totally know that if you publish it officially, you just slap that ending on GDX Jam game. Shipania GDX Jam game. You'd slap it on there at the end. Hell yeah, Viz UI, I'd recognize that UI anywhere. I've actually played this before. I've played a bunch of the Jam games already. The standout thing here, I think, is just the box 2D lights. The lights are so cool, and they add like a lot of effects like that. Like that's like, it's a little confusing of that as a wall, but I really enjoy the effect. A secret doom, hell yeah. That's a fantastic little thing to hide in this. One thing I didn't understand is damage in the top right corner. I don't know if that's my damage or the enemy's damage. I know that later I picked up an upgrade and that damage went up. I still don't know if it was my damage or their damage. Love being trapped in here. Yeah, right here. I pick up those two damage things. I guess my health went down, not by 30, by whatever the enemy had. And look at that. I was trying to kite the boss there. I just got absolutely trolled by the game. And now you have to restart. You do have all my upgrades, quote unquote. But at this point, I just feel betrayed by the game. I don't trust the game. I'm trying to speedrun through it, but it's actually just, it's difficult. I'm not good enough at these space shooters. I was trying to cheese it, but cheesing it takes like time to just be slow and methodical, and now I'm just trying to bum rush through. It's not working out very well. This is a fun space shooter. This is just typical space shooter genre. There could be more, but evil entity, you know. I'm just kidding. He's a great guy. I don't know exactly which of his projects are. And this secret cave, oh man, what a secret cave. This secret cave, I don't know how to get my health back. I couldn't find any health packs or anything. Everything raises your max health. After a few deaths, I just phoned it home. Awesome game, Evil Entity. Thanks for making it. Next up, we're going to play Space Junk. Space Junk is by John Fick, sorry. Could be any one of those. My first reaction to this is, boy, this just looks awesome. This is the perfect size. This is so crisp. The warning icon looked awesome. The earth is slightly scrolling. It looks phenomenal. That shadow, like the day-night thing there, it just looks phenomenal for the pixel art. The space astronaut, he looks phenomenal. It literally looks like you could have like space guy plushies. Like, it looks as cute as the Among Us characters. That's just a fantastic job with the aesthetic and how the game looks. It's really good. The gameplay is very simple. It's exactly what I'd expect from a jam game. It's fantastic. It's very easy to learn, understand. Challenging at times. Maybe unfair, but like it's just the game. The only thing it obviously lacks, then, being so simple, is that it doesn't have that much depth. I don't have any other big strategies for kiting this around. My high score. I'm impressed that there were so many dedicated fan comments here. Some guy telling exactly what was wrong with the game. Why is this not a AAA quality game? Come on. I'm absolutely joking. Thank you so much for the entry. This was very fun. Our next game requires a special reveal. That I was James' secret partner. Indeed, I went from compromising his scoreboard to working on Swag Daddy together, an event that I think makes this jam the craziest LibGDX jam yet. Swag ZeroGravity Daddy Plus. The first level, the lonesome button. A simple Mario level where you flip upside down. But how would you get into the portal? Of course, you flip upside down and go to it. The same problem presented to itself, but now with an extra button. But we see that the second button actually flips us the right way up. What is this stickman doing in this world? What is his purpose? What is through after each portal? Why does he run through each portal? What are the purpose of the buttons? Why is it a big button? Unfortunately, these questions were never answered in the game. What was answered were people's prayers for nerfed levels, of course. Next up, we're gonna play Astro Drift. Kojima Productions. Hideo Kojima. I'm a huge fan. I am a huge fan, Hideo Kojima. Metal Gear Solid, just absolutely phenomenal. What? What? I admit I've played all of these before recording, before filming, and that still made me go like, what did I just watch? So when I play, I looked at the controls, and I understand that there's a light in the top right corner that says that the gravity's on or off. That's why I know something's happening. However, I don't understand how turning on the gravity affects that spaceship. I've played this before, and I got past the first level because see the start level's different. The start location's different every time. It seems that the gravity is different every time I press it. Am I pressing like in the wrong spot? Does it depend on the mouse location? It doesn't say that in the settings or anything. And then the goal is barely on the screen. The spaceship just went off the screen. I accidentally that's on me. I accidentally press R. And then I get this, and then what luck I got. I drifted past it. Now, apparently, this is when the gravity button decides to start working. Previously, the gravity put me to the right, put me to the left, put me up, put me down. Then that one just puts me straight back into the rock. I don't understand. Where is the gravity taking me? The last one. What is going on? What the hell is on the title? What is this? Like, I'm just gonna crop this out. I don't want it. No one needs to look at this. What? This just happened. What? I just died all the way to the edge of it. What is this game? Hideo Kojima, man. Max. I don't know, guys. Maybe all the critics were right about Metal Gear Solid 5. Next up, Gravity Ale by a team of 3 guys. I'm gonna show you my comment beforehand. Hell yeah, this has tons of polish. This looks so good. Watch this. Watch the bump on the thing. Watch the rate of the fade in. Red Sponge, the Crispy Toasty, and Savon. Fantastic polish. It looks so good. And look at the shader effects. Look at the warp on everything. And I've already played before. I already know what to do. Basically, you stay away from these things. One abusive comment I read in the Discord is that you just spam press the shoot button. And it kind of works sometimes, but it still gets you into trouble. You still need to tactically aim. One issue I ran into that I commented about. Oh wow, that actually just got me. That actually just got me. One issue I ran into is that sometimes the arrows that I press don't seem to correspond to any sort of meaningful way of which the cookie I'm blocking onto are. If I press the up arrow, it doesn't lock onto the up cookie. I think it's like it cycles between them with like left and right, and it can be sometimes awkward in like high intense moments of trying to specify which one I want. The controls are cool, and I don't hold anybody against this. This is a fantastic jam entry. Thank you so much for the game. Next up, this is what you guys have been waiting for. I'm gonna show you this right now.
Ray 3K. It's in the game.
We are going to be
I hear you
playing
loud and clear.
original StarCraft.
Reporting in, over. Reporting in, over. I hear you loud and clear. You need to
I'm not
construct
particularly sure
additional
what Bad North is. I've never played it. Might be kind of silly
for
me to be commenting on a game like this and say, wow, it's like just like original StarCraft when the makers based off other games too, including Left 4 Dead and Bad North.
You need to construct additional power. I hear you loud and clear.
But the most phenomenal thing about this game is that in the tips, Raeleus is specifically telling us to kite. Now, if you play League of Legends or any Dota, any strategy game like this, it might be a familiar term to you, or even any kind of combat game that relies on ranged and melee combat. See, the fundamental difference between ranged units and melee units is that ranged units can attack from a distance. That is the key difference. If you are fighting ranged units versus melee units, if the melee units get to the ranged units, they should just tear them up. They should just get ripped apart. And in this game, we can see that there are just so many zombies. There's just so many. If I let them get close, they will not die. They will not die in time. My forces will die if the zombies get close. I say now there's upgrading. This is a system specific to this game. I've played it before. I know what to expect. This upgrade is my favorite one. I think it increases attack speed and attack damages and makes them like super marines, almost like a stim. You can see that I can just sit them there. They're just eating up those zombies. If you lose your unit, you don't get them back on the next level. This makes it very hardcore. You cannot be making mistakes. Now we see our next upgrade is the sniper, and the sniper is absolutely crucial. Utilizing these overpowered upgrades is absolutely essential to even stand a chance to winning in this kind of game. We're going to be introduced to, right about now, those Hydralisks. And those things are the most unfair thing Raeleus has come up with. I don't show it here, but as soon as they spawn, they hit. You can't kill them before they hit, and they absolutely wreck your melee units. They absolutely wreck your units that don't have more range than them. The reason for that is when you get pushed back, your characters try to run back to the spot, and it seems sometimes they're so busy running back that they don't like to shoot. So instead, the technique is very explicitly lined out, essentially, in the game design document, game design here, that the snipers are for those Hydralisks.
Yes, sir.
This kiting, this is so much fun. This is just so well designed. In a jam, you expect many different kinds of games. I don't think anybody really expected to be playing StarCraft.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Now, this is one of the most difficult levels ever. I think this is ridiculous. This is one of the first levels where I considered just giving up the houses in exchange to keep my units alive, and we're gonna see why. We see how ridiculous right there those Hydralisks are against my units. They're just getting absolutely ripped through. They're like 3 spawned, and they've already taken so many hits. And we're gonna see what an issue that is later. Trading hits with those Hydralisks is never a good idea. It's impossible. We need to kite. We need to kite those Hydralisks. And it is so hard to kite the Hydralisks because they have so much range. They are such a challenge to deal with.
Ready to serve?
Yeah.
Commander.
Losing the houses isn't something you really want, but having lost the previous level, I'm just trying to figure out if this is even possible now. Where do I stand to stay safe from those Hydralisks? They shoot so far.
What do you want? Yeah.
And that's a fatal mistake there. I pushed forward my blue guys, and the Hydralisks just kill everything. They just kill everything. They don't have to stand anywhere near. The rest of the snipers are wiped out. So you can't come back from this. I try though. And the blue guys lose standing toe-to-toe to the Hydralisks almost. It just doesn't happen. And now I'm beginning to understand what a genius this game is. It's so well defined what the rules are, how things interact. While the implementation might appear janky, the outcome is very clear. The blue guys are not going to beat these Hydralisks. It's just not going to happen. And I frustratingly try to fight that this whole time. I try to use my blue guys to fight Hydralisks.
What do you want?
For the next 10 minutes. It takes me a very long time to realize it's not good.
Yes, sir.
And welcome to the fatal flaw in this game. There's no way I can beat this after losing that. I lost all the gold I spent on that one upgraded unit. I only have the snipers. And I want to present to you how difficult this is.
What's your command? Over. Reporting in. Over.
That's not possible. No last. Sticking desire to beat this. I almost consider rage quitting.
What's your command? Over.
But I play again. And this time, I play through the whole thing. Even though I've played it before, I haven't played it enough to memorize exactly what Raeleus set the waves to, like where they spawn and everything. I don't have it memorized. I don't know which one spawns the AoE ones, which one spawns the melee zombies. I'm just playing this all by ear. And we see this level gets absolutely crazy. They're coming in from all 4 angles, but I think picking the right power-up is totally crucial. There's another power-up you can pick. You can add splash damage to the Marines, and that would be probably pretty crucial on a wave like this, but thankfully I can get through with I developed the strategy of sacrificing the houses. The units are far more valuable. We are just simply hiding. Sorry guys, you're on your own. The snipers take out the hydralisks with deadly precision from afar. What was causing me infinite frustration is now causing me very much a sense of relief and joy. Finally, we were back at where we had lost before, and now I attempt to figure out what arrangement of units placed where is necessary to win. After the first brutal wave, I think, wow, maybe that's it. 2 houses down, units missing from all my units. Perhaps we can make it. As the onslaught continues, it appears that it was not the case. So I develop alternate strategies. I begin placing 1 unit in each corner. I try stacking them all together. And it seems that using the unupgraded unit as bait to drive away and bait away the majority of the forces seemed to be able to sometimes stand a chance of giving enough room to the other 2 groups of units that were doing all the killing. I begin stationing the sniper and the blues together. However, I put them too close.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Time after time, get overwhelmed by the horde as I continue to try to figure out which arrangement of units it is that I have to do.
Ready to serve?
What do you want?
Distance firing. Commander.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What do you want?
Ready to serve?
Yes, sir.
Commander.
Yes, sir.
Heavy weapons online. Commander.
And that was the ending to Brute Force by Raeleus. A crazy last boss, a single unit that had a very slow movement speed, but so much health. And to be able to use the tactic of kiting him around and have that be the effective game tactic is such good game design. It was so much fun to execute and experience. Raeleus Bad Force is such a good game. I'm so glad you made it. Thank you so much. What a fantastic entry to LibGDX Jam 18. The next game we're going to play now is AntiGrav Runner Game by Bob Is Here. I've played this before. This is a 3D endless runner. He says there's no HTML version because it ran terribly. That is very normal for GWT because it's compiling everything. The JavaScript, and there's this whole, I feel, extra layer of indirection. And also, if it was your first 3D project, then yeah, there is a bunch of other extra things to optimize as well. I think you should have uploaded it, but that's okay. And let's give AntiGrav Runner a play. It starts off awesome. This is an excellent 3D display. Yeah, and we've got mouse controls, cool music. It's I don't know if it's lagging a little bit on my machine. I don't know what's going on. That's okay. So fantastic tune and a fantastic music that really goes with the feeling of it. I'm gonna play a little bit and see how far we can go. It feels a little unresponsive. I know there are A and D controls, but I cannot press this fast enough to really warrant wanting to use it. So I'm definitely gonna be using the mouse in this game. Well, that's like a suicide one. Not touching that. Let's see if we can grab that. Yeah, sometimes like it's too sticky with the mouse. I'm not sure exactly what that is. It's like a red and blue one together. It literally looks like a pill when they combine like that. Let's see how fast we can get going. Keep collecting the blue ones. This is such a good endless runner. This is such a fantastic jam game entry. Endless runners are like just super cool. They're super simple, but the extra 3D mechanic of this makes it such a cool project. Apparently this is, like I said before, your first experience with 3D. This is absolutely very cool. So, oh, what is that? I'm getting wrecked by the game. That's actually, there's no way doing this with A and D. There's no way. I'm gonna get killed by the mouse sticking. I'm gonna state another optimization tip for I'm gonna state another optimization tip for GWT is that if you leave the compiler on, you're actually gonna be losing like 30 or 40% of performance while you're profiling just by leaving it on. I did the checking myself and it seemed like the error checking was just taking a massive amount of time, and made me worried that like just my code was running poorly on GWT and the HTML version. But as soon as you turn off the profiler, you get so much more performance back. So that's an important thing when you're releasing to production. Turn off your profiling. This is really fun, but it's definitely sticking. Oh, that's pretty smooth. Yeah, I'm moving it perfectly smoothly, and there are points that it stops at and gets stuck at, and that's kind of frustrating. But we can blame that. We're gonna blame that. For any reason that I die is due to that bug. Endless runners is just such a great genre, though. Just the speed up is great, the simplicity of this, and it being an experimental 3D. Oh. I'm gonna call it there. Hell yeah, Bob is here. Thank you so much for making this game for the jam. That's an awesome project. I really like that you took something simple like an endless runner and just added the 3D twist. I think you can do that with a lot of games. Just take 2D stuff and just add the 3D assets while maintaining the 2D gameplay in a way. Very well done. Thank you so much for the game, Bob is here. Our next game that we're going to play is Lunaris Inc. Incorporated by FGNM. Another non-GWT version. Oh, but we have full screen. Awesome, awesome. Year 2522. A strange asteroid has hit the moon. Scientists have named this asteroid X Matter. I played this before and I heard this before and it didn't make sense before. The asteroid is named X Matter. No one knows what it's made of L Matter. But then a strange chemical reaction took place on the lunar soil, generating a new type of matter, the L Matter. What was the point of X Matter? Why was there even X Matter? Why even introduce this X Matter? Oh well. And hell yeah, right away we start off. And then it turns out that we've seen something we recognized before. Good old box 2D lights. I love it wherever I see it. Nice job. It's just an awesome tool to just quickly throw together to make a project like this. And I've played this before. Again, I've played many of the games before. And something I thought before was how wonky the controls are a little bit, because you have to press. Okay, you know what? I didn't realize before you could press both together. This makes it so much easier. Before, what I would do was I would go around like that, and it didn't click in my mind. You just press both. This makes it so much more fun. I'm gonna be flying around for a little bit. The physics seems a little weird. Let's see what the position it's rotating around. It's that bottom left corner. If we do the other one, it still rotates around the same corner but in the other direction. Very interesting. I wonder if you should have made the point of rotation around the center. Yeah, isn't that crazy? The whole position is based around that, but we're focused on this. Very interesting. Oh crap! What did I? Oh man. See if you can land. Land safely. This is a relaxing game where you can't die. This is really cool. A lot of in my game has some like frustrating puzzles that you can't get past. This is like just a zen experience. Collect all the L matter crystals. It doesn't seem like you can run out of fuel or anything. It's just a very zen game. Unfortunately, no sound effects, but super awesome, just casual zen entry to the ZeroGravity jam. But it just throws me off so much rotating from the bottom left corner. I should have suspected it was going to be the bottom left corner, even before launching it. Very interesting. And then, of course, you just do left, right together to go straight. Totally forgot about on my first playthrough. Oh, whoa. The asteroids fell on the ground. On my last playthrough, I noticed that some crystals spawned behind the wall. Let's see if that happened in this one. Ooh, I'm kind of like almost stuck. Oh. Yeah, that one spawned in the wall. Let's see if there's any we can't get. Let's see if the generation is on our side today. Oh, we're good on this side. There's none in the wall over there. Oh, there's perfect. Okay, on my first playthrough, one of them spawned outside. That's all I was just checking. Oh, and the game closes when you press escape. Thank you so much for that. That's excellent. I've had bad crashes and bad experiences with full screen. Awesome job, FNGN. Thank you so much for the game. I gotta admit, it was a little frustrating, like even trying to go along the top, but you couldn't really tell how frustrating it would have been because there was just more of like a zen experience. And from the picture, it kind of looks like there's like laser beams coming, but yeah, you're just collecting them. Very relaxing. Thank you so much. Our next game that we're going to play is ZeroGravity by Lazy.io. And I found out recently that there's actually an HTML build for this, which is fantastic. I saw Lazy.io. He has a different name on Discord. I may upload more levels today. And he asked if anyone played, and then I thought it would be a good opportunity to play it at that point. So I've already played it before. Did I break it? It doesn't work in... Oh, the mouse didn't work in full screen. Oh, whoa. I don't think clicking just worked in... Because it changed sizes, and I don't think you updated the bounds to where I click on the VisUI button. Alright. Very slidey, very crisp, very fun. I have played this before. Activating the power right next to it. Awesome. When I played this before, I realized that the monsters don't update every time you die, so you can just wait here for all the monsters to fall in the pit. Something I noticed before on my last playthrough as well was that the hitboxes are not generous at all. They will kill you miles away from it. That, yeah, I don't know. Some of them feel unfair. Maybe it has to do with how fast I'm moving. But thankfully the level gets easier because the monsters don't respawn in positions. Let's see if we can make it. Oh no. Alright, let's do this. Yeah, the Fountain of Wind. Whoa. This is another fantastic entry for a jam game. It's actually just really so simple, very straightforward. And now that you added a GWT build, that's fantastic. The game I know was originally written in Kotlin, and then you ported it to Java to get it working. So cool. Even just the throwaway joke like this at like there's only one level. Oh, you could have actually put like an Easter egg up there or something. That's a missed opportunity. Damn it, just died. That was from Lazy.io, but I know you have a different name on Discord because I've chatted to you about this game. Awesome entry, Lazy.io. Thank you so much for contributing. That was very fun. Up next, we're going to play another 2D movement game, God of Wind. And this is another game of someone else who actually made another GWT version. That's fantastic. I love just being able to just go to the web browser and just play. Oh, you even added your own logo tour pen. Hell yeah. I love it. I have to get doing that. I think somebody wrote a tutorial. Alright, and God of Wind. And I really have to admit, I've played this before. So I will give a few criticisms and feedback. One is that it's so hard to spin this wheel. It's like an actual ship captain wheel kind of thing. Even with the arrow keys, it's so slow. All the keys it's really slow. Also, I didn't understand what it meant, but now I do. I mean, for everyone who might have played this and didn't know, if the green arrow is pointing up, that's the direction that green tiles shoot you in. The red tile is pointing south, so the red tiles will shoot you south. Let's see that in action. Just go straight up. Yeah. Try to speedrun that level. This is another thing. It reset my direction every time I press it. So troll. Alright, I'm gonna speedrun this. I'm gonna be holding north as soon as I start. Let's go. Unbeatable. 2.181. 2.181. The character model is fantastic. Look at that egg. Look at that egg. He's so cool. If you don't touch any of these, we're not gonna get eaten in any direction. So if you want, you can change the direction before and make it as easy as possible so the green would go to the right. It's an interesting level of strategy for a speed game, essentially. You have an aesthetic level. I believe this is related to the theme. Beer bottle. Excellent job. Oh, I almost just slid in there. Once again, absolutely love the egg. A 2D physics game like this is fun. Oh man, sometimes you have these funny puzzles in here. Yeah, I'm just gonna use that to go up. It's pretty great. There we go. Nice. Notice that the edges of the map are actually. Oh, let's see if we can name it. This is awesome, Mr. Raeleus Zebra, Groxar. We have Lies, Mr. Stalfelge. Oh no, I'm just gonna beat it along the wall. Yeah, there we go. James MGSX. Oh, I forget. Red Square. Oh man, I'm just bouncing. That's Tedinger, or actually, if you want to be correct, that's actually Satchmo. Satchmo is the programmer, Tedinger is the cat. Yeah, 64KB Studio, Peanut Panda, Dragon Queen John, and Developer Doge, it's me. I love how he just grabbed everything here from Discord. Just grabbed everybody's icons. Hell yeah, Torpen, that's a super fun thing to just throw in a jam game. Top egg, the fact you're egg in this game is super cool. I really love it. This is a hard level, wow. There we go. This is another super difficult level. Oh, never mind. Awesome, so quick. And this is the hardest level. Oh no. this was a speed game, the only level I would speedrun is the first one. All the strats are already known and discovered. This is so hard. We're gonna get pink pointing down. Pink pointing down, that's the strat. Oh, you eat it? No, but then that eats us too far that way. It was this level that was so hard. The acceleration is just so high and the doorways are so narrow. The margin for error is non-existent. No. Oh, we gotta, no. No, we gotta make it. No, stop bouncing off. Oh man, you have to bounce it so perfect. No. There we go. That's the last level. Awesome game. Thanks so much for the game, Torpen. If anybody wants to try to speed me on the first level, let's just get a quick speed challenge going. I'll give away my strat. That's my strat. I'm gonna hold up as soon as the game starts. Beat that. 2.12. 2.212. Yeah, it's not updating. I just saw it. Torpen, man, what? It's not updating. I got it. Nonsense. Thanks so much for the game, Torpen. Thanks for including everybody. That's so funny. Oh, you even mark which build it is. Awesome. Awesome game, Torpen. Thanks so much. Alright, next game we're gonna play GravityGame by SD Koki. SD Cook. And it's a non-GWT build. However, that's okay. So, I played this before. And I'm gonna spoil everybody now with the best strat. So let's just take a look around. There's enemies that spawn. This is so much fun. It's like the initial reaction. It's like, whoa! Arcade, you click as fast as you can. You move around, you run around, monsters spawn like near you. I don't know how it relates to ZeroGravity. You know, that doesn't matter. I don't think it's ever mattered. I don't think anybody's ever really been too careful about the theme. So I'm gonna spoil the game-breaking strat here. So, oh man, I got hit once. So I'm gonna ask you guys to just take a look at what happens when I run infinitely in this direction for a little bit. We'll notice that, let's categorize each of the zombie spawns into 4 types. They either spawn top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right. And you'll notice that the monster, the zombie, can now all 11 spawn. They're all just behind me. You'll notice that unless the monster spawns in the top left of me, it does not hit me. I mean, yeah, the only way to get hit is the monster to spawn in the top left. That means there's a 25% chance based on the, let's say if the monster spawns randomly in one of those things, there's a 25% chance. I just crashed the game! Ah. Okay, no, I need to explain this. No. I need to explain this theory. There's a 25% chance of getting hit. 75% of the time you do not get hit. So there are 10 monsters. I expect to get hit twice this level by just doing the strat of just always running in one direction, spam clicking. As long as I gain enough life back to get all the life back, the expected of it is, so if there's 10 of them, 25% chance, it's like 2.5. I expect to get hit 2.5 times. So as long as I get enough points back to regen, 2.5 points, I'm going to be able to infinitely run to the top left, only spam click bottom right, and always just be winning. Boom, this game is solved. But this is such an awesome game that it even has some kind of like theory like that. I'm kind of like, oh, theory is pretty bad. Wow, I'm getting hit. You really just got to hold. There we go. And I think I know how to crash the game. I think you just need to keep running to the top left. The best strategy is the most game-breaking strategy. It's a shame there's no way to upgrade your damage or anything. The zombies spawn near you no matter what. And I'm just implement. I'm gonna show you guys my strategy. Actually, I'm not even gonna shoot while we're doing this. Just to keep gathering more data. We're just gonna see if a zombie can ever hit me when they spawn. And I'm pretty sure it's only the top left. There we go. They all spawn. Now I honestly think I can hit them all in a line now. There we go. Let's keep this going. Okay, the crash does not appear to be driven by top left. I don't know, what is that? What was that crash then? This is the box 2D crash. Hey, no full auto in the building. That's not full auto. This is... Oh, I full auto crashed it. What is, did I just close it? M body is less than body capat. Not even gonna lie, that was super fun. Thank you so much, SD Koki, for that cool little game. Very fun. Awesome submission. We only have about 2 games left, 2 or 3 games left. The next game we are gonna play is LibGDX Jam 18 by John Developer. I'm going to give you guys a little backstory about this game. When it was first initially released, Mr. Torpen found it on the releases, and he attempted to download it, and he realized what a crazy game that John had actually created. John had only shipped the sources of the game, and Torpen actually compiled John's game from source to play it. How's that for a level of difficulty and determination from Torpen? What an awesome entry, John. Thankfully, John has actually fixed it. And so let's give John's game a run. At first, I initially thought just splash screen, then this blue box was just it. I was really confused. Got a lot of button mashing from me. Ah, but there we go. There is an actual game. I knew it. Oh, I just lost all my life. What is this? So this is like a space shooter. The only movement control, I think space maybe jumps you towards your cursor. So I've played this before with you, and I'd love to show you guys the best exploit. I'm gonna demonstrate for you a sec. If you know that it seems to be redrawing the enemy multiple times, so it's like an endlessly looping quadrants. And by just standing at the border of the quadrants where they keep looping over, I cross the border, and instead of just chasing me over the border, they go, "Oh, he's at X0 again." And since it's at the bottom, they all go to the top. They all just start chasing the other way. What? This is crazy. It's fun. Another feature that John left in. Gotta love zooming in and out infinitely. All the way in, all the way out. We see in reverse, see in doubles. Alright, here's some more trivia for you guys. John had this game already from the last jam. His last game was called like Pizza.io or some. Oh no, that was a different one. John's last jam, he had the tiling background already, and it was just like a cool like little demo he had. And then I think this is the same thing, except yeah, I'm glad he actually added something to it. It's a little minimal. I don't think he had time to finish it, obviously, as demonstrated by the release. But it's a nice, cool little space shooter with ZeroGravity. The AI is awesome. It's cool that I was able to abuse it like that right there. Awesome game, John. Also, super cool, he also open sourced it. We can even go to John's profile and see some other stuff he might have worked on. He has a bunch of forks. Thermonuclear war. He has his thermonuclear war jam up on there. Swipe. Oh, I think I remember this game. This was a good game, John. Regardless, thanks for submitting. You submitted it. Used your powers to submit this late. We saw that, John. We saw that. Regardless, thanks so much for administrating. Thanks so much for moderating the community. Really appreciate you, John. Thanks for being part. Up next, we're going to play Tetra Z.E.R.O by AntiGrav. Now, AntiGrav actually has no previous games, but I've seen them on the Discord, and I know that their name on Discord is Nuzzo. So, I'm just very excited to play Tetra Z.E.R.O. And hell yeah, we have a GWT version, super important, gotta love running it in the web browser, no download necessary. Very excellent. Now we're greeted with the choice, easy or hard. I think, just see easy. So first impression, it's Tetris. And so I have played this before a little bit. Some of my thoughts is that I realized you literally have the whole entire board. So if bottom's too crowded, you just go to the top. Top's too crowded, go to the left. I think it's very hard to actually ruin anything. I think it's too easy, and it's moving too slow. So that's one thing. Let's replay on hard. Let's replay on hard. H. So let's get some points. Now this is moving a little faster. It's a little responsive, but I do have one comment about these controls. Is that yeah, it's cool. One comment about the controls is that I only seem to be able to affect the block like once every tick. On the easier movements, those ticks were really slow. These ticks are kind of like pretty quick, so it's very easy to deal with. But one of the flaws is I can't like absolutely mash rotation. I can't rotate more than one time per frame. And I think that would be a big difference to feeling more responsive and like playable, especially at the lower speed. Just a small nitpick though. Oh, this is super awesome. Starting to get a little hard. I'm apparently not very good. Wow. Another thing I think you can add is displaying where it's gonna land based on the current gravity. I think that's one thing that Tetris games do a lot as well. It's getting super fast, but look, I can just keep going back and forth infinitely. It's impossible to lose. It's impossible to lose. Quote unquote. Famous last words. Impossible to lose. Loses. Oh, what is that? It stuck to it. It's nonsense. It's not my fault. Of course, it's not my fault. And another thing is that it goes in a random direction. I guess it makes it a little difficult, but along with the control responsiveness thing I mentioned earlier, it ends up just being a little bit frustrating. But it's okay. We're just playing Tetris. You know how you get better at Tetris? You just get good. What? Oh, that's gonna kill me. Nuzzo or Ainpu, thanks so much for the game. This was awesome. Oh wait, what? And then I was gonna comment. Why is there blood on the screen? I killed Tetra. What's her name? Zeta. I killed Zeta. No wait, the red one doesn't have a name. Oh no, Tetra. I killed Tetra. Awesome tune, very reminiscent of Tetris. Thanks so much, Ainpu. I saw Ainpu was actually commenting on lots of people's games. Another thing that LazyIO actually commented on my game, on Swag Daddy, and LazyIO mentioned that he thought it was very close to Happy Wheels. When I heard that, I was very, very pleased, very, very happy. Happy Wheels is an absolute classic, and to be compared to something like that, that's a very nice compliment. So thank you, LazyIO. And so the last game that we're gonna play, last but not least, I did leave this to the end for a reason, because this is something I've played before, just to see what it was. Very interesting graphic, and this is from Groxar and Torrents, and this is actually a local desktop. And first of all, it has a GWT build, HTML. Thank you so much. Awesome. Just gonna have to play in the web browser. This is super cool. And so, without further ado, introducing Player 1. Presenting Player 1. Weighing infinity pound or negative infinity pounds. Zero gravity. Player 1. Go back to your corner. Up against Player 1, his challenger, Player 2. You know, if you didn't have honor, it's like while you're like presenting, player 1 could just be like, pew. Oh yeah, that's slow. Oh shit, he just hit him. No, it hit that. Oh man. All right, this is a bloody beginning. Did he just hit himself? Wait, you can't hit yourself. I wish I just wasn't playing with myself. I wish I had someone else to play with. But let's get this. Is so hard. I don't know which one I'm controlling. My two hands can't be doing different things. Oh, you can actually hit each other. Oh, I accidentally hit the search button. Control F. Oh, Control F. Literally, that's how I hit the search button. Oh, there's you guys didn't think about that. Your player 2 is Control, player 1 is F. So if they press it at the same time, you're pressing Control F and searching. That's funny. One thing on the recommended on the Discord, or that Rockstar talks about, was that they didn't actually want to do repeating backgrounds like this. They wanted to do more like Smash and maybe like bouncing off the edges or something like that. But they just submitted what they could in their time. Totally respect that. Super fun. I just wish I had. Oh, you can actually spam shoot. Let's see who dies first. Taking time. Oh, you actually break apart. There's multiple levels of destruction. There's green, yellow, orange, kind of reddish. I just want to see what happens when someone dies now. I think they have too much health. I can't even playtest kill them. Let's just fly into my. They're just disintegrating. Okay, now this is crazy. This really does go into like the last thing. I feel like they have too much health. I feel like it's a lot. It's been a lot of hits. It's been a lot of hits so far. I keep Control F'ing. I wonder if you playtest this, Crocs. Did you see what happens if you player 1 and player 2 tried to use Control and F? Alright, we're gonna make this. We're gonna die. We're gonna find out what happens when you die. Got darker words in there. It's just an arm floating. Did anybody else mention this Control F issue? Yeah, the masking is incredible. Oh, yeah. It just works so, like that whole part of it. Yeah, it's inverse. Oh man, it's so good that I read that comment. Groxar has been working on a masking tutorial that's now available in the LibGDX Discord. I mean, not in the Discord, on the wiki. Right here. And he has actually edited this page a whole bunch to give you a whole bunch of techniques to calculate what happens when the two shapes overlap. If you want to draw only stuff in the overlap, or do something special to the overlap, or have multiple kinds of overlap, you want to have an alpha kind of fade-in overlap. There's all these different techniques. The code is there to blend those things together. And so yeah, that's what the black hole is. That's what the black hole is. Awesome job, Rockstar. Hell yeah. I didn't even really think of it. I didn't even realize it's awesome that someone caught on to that. Hey, this is too hard. I'm just gonna have them float in the middle and shoot at each other now. Oh, if they go off the edge, they just like disappear. I can't even get them to die. This is taking so long. I just closed. Oh man, I just closed it by accident. All right. Thank you so much, Groxar and Torrents. And that concludes the LibGDX Game Jam 18. I'd like to thank you so much for watching, and I'd like to take this moment to thank everybody that took the time to create something to submit. Thank you so much. To everybody, all the contributors, maintainers, and smart people that work on LibGDX related things to make this free open framework that anyone can use to make their games. It's just such an awesome achievement, and just an awesome community that's there to support their product, their LibGDX, their free framework that you can use to make games. So thanks to everybody that spends their time working on it for free. And it's just an awesome community that everybody has. And finally, I'd like to thank you, the viewer, for taking the time, for spending your time and watching along with me. If you liked it, I hope you subscribe for more. And this is developer Doge with the LibGDX Game Jam Review 18, September 21. And I'll see you guys next time.